Hey, this is Mark Tremonti, and I want to wish a big happy 40th anniversary to WDHA.
Hey, we are inside DHA's Box of Rock with my old friend Mark Tremonti.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. And it's cool because we're sort of in a different setting, and we've got like an audience of fans. Where are our fans? I love our fans.
Woo!
Our big Alter Bridge fan over
That's
there.
right.
He's such
Love
a cutie.
that shirt.
So you guys have a new record coming out.
We do. June 8th, Dying Machine.
Woo! And it's a concept record.
That it is. First concept record. I've never been a fan of concept record. I wasn't very aware of them in my life, and it just kind of fell in my lap. So
I think concept records don't set out to be concept records. All of a sudden, you get that vision. And when you think about it, really, I guess every record or a lot of records could be concept records, and people don't really think about it because, you're writing music and you're performing music, and it sort of has that pattern, and one thing leads to the next. Maybe it's called tracking in some senses,
Yes.
But yours is definitely different. It's deeper. There's a sci-fi feel to it. Talk a little bit about it if you can.
yeah, it takes place at the turn of the next century. There's a new technology called a vessel created, and it's pretty much 90% of a human, but designed with a synthetic brain, so you can program them to be exactly what you want, but things go terribly wrong.
Wow. And there's a book.
There's a book. Yeah, I'm writing a novel. It should be done here this week, but then it's going to take 2 months to get it printed and copy edited, all that good stuff. So we're trying to get it done as quickly as possible.
And you said you sort of want this to be kind of an experience for people, a multi-tiered media experience, if you will.
Yeah, I like to think of the record as the soundtrack to the book, to the story. So it's if you're a fan of the record, I think it'll be fun. I know if I was a fan of a band, I heard the record, I dug it, and that book came out, and you can actually see how those songs played out in the story. It would be kind of more of a 3D experience.
And hard to put together a record like this because, again, you want to appeal to all of the fans. You want that whole metal crowd that's been following Tremonti. And knowing you, as I've said this to you, and sometimes when I say this to Mark, he's like, oh, she's going to say it again. But really, the metal guitar god. I mean, you have taken that to, like, the next level. I mean, it was always there, and it was always in you, and we always sort of got it a little bit in the A.B. music. Some of the records harder than others, but the Tremonti stuff is you being like that metal god.
Going back to my 8th grade kid who loved metal, it was such a big part of what I did, and I never got to really showcase that in either my previous bands. So it's fun to get it out.
It was always there, though. I always
there,
felt like it was always there. The songs were always like pushing right up against it, and then came back even more in the Alter Bridge stuff. But when I first heard Tremonti, I was like, and I mean, I'm never speechless. You know me. You've known me a long time. I have a really big mouth. I'm very opinionated. I was like this. And everybody's like, oh, my God, have you heard Tremonti? I mean, it's just the metal fans' dream. They just absolutely love it.
It's my dream to be able to do the metal thing, It's because I've spent a lot of years wanting to do it, and finally being able to just go for it and have these 3 guys play with me and kill it up on stage. And they love the metal, so when we're putting a record together, they always choose the heavier ideas, so it works out.
And a great time for you as an artist too, because you sort of probably look back at the last 20 plus years and say, man, look at this, 3 successful projects. I've been doing what I love to do, and now concept record, book, you're going to be a published author. It's a good time to be Mark Tremonti.
It'd be great to be a published author, if we can get that publishing deal. But, the book will be out regardless, and my kids will read it someday. I'll have something to keep on my shelf, because it's one of my bucket list items is to get a book written and published. So
yeah, when you're an older guy and you're sitting there and you're like, you guys know me for the rock stuff, but look, Dad's got this too. I mean, really cool. That's got to be a really cool thing.
I've like I said, for the last 10 years, I've said I wanted to write a book at some point in my life, and this this concept came around. I'm like, let's just do it right now. Let's stop thinking about it, just do it.
And we'll see you guys out on the road.
Yes, we're touring with Iron Maiden. Next month we got Maiden for 7 weeks, and then we'll come back to the States and partner up with some other band, and then hit the States pretty heavy.
Fabulous. Mark, always a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.